Good morning and welcome to Rapid Dawn. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, and my name is Cynthia Agbo. Today promises to be amazing and, of course, fulfilling for me and for you. I'm definitely sure that at about 10 o'clock, when we're going to be wrapping up, you would see reasons why I said it's going to be a fulfilling day. Of course, I'm not alone. I do have Ugochukwu right here. How are you doing?
I am very well. I learned a new word yesterday.
Okay.
I am bombulated to be here.
Spell.
Uh, you know the word bomb.
Spell.
Then you add ulated.
I don't know the word bomb. Bomb could be
Bomb
anything.
like. So, bombulated. It is bombulating to be here. I saw it in a movie, and I mean, I loved the word. I loved the sound of it. I loved what it means, and yeah. So, cheers to new things. Cheers to learning. Cheers to yeah, basically upscaling, upgrading yourself, being a better version of you. I mean, that's what we do every day, isn't it? Amazing. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay. All right. Now that you've started the words, what do we have today?
Well, of course, we're going to start off with health. Some people have opened up to me about their difficulty when it comes to the difficulties they experience when it comes to sleeping. So today we've picked out a video that will be showing you how to sleep efficiently and effectively, the postures, the positions, and all the different dimensions to sleeping. Because of course, you know, it's as important as every other activity that's important to your health. So let's see what we have.
Do you lie on your bed every night, tossing and turning, trying to stay hopeful that you can catch a few hours of shut-eye before you have to get up? Don't worry, you're not alone. Insomnia is incredibly common in the United States, with about 30% of American adults having some type of insomnia. It's more common in women than men. People who don't get enough sleep feel the unpleasant and sometimes serious effects of fatigue, including extreme irritability, weight gain, short-term memory loss, heart disease, and Alzheimer's. But there are certain tricks that can help you sleep better, and in today's video, we'll tell you what these tricks are. From turning off screens, exercising, managing stress, limiting napping, to even slipping on some clean socks and more. Keep watching to find out all of them. Number 1. Dim the lights before you go to bed. Exposure to bright lights just before bed negatively affects your chances of getting quality and quantity sleep. Light suppresses the secretion of melatonin, the hormone that influences your circadian rhythms and tells your body it's sleep time. Assuming you don't want to sit in the dark for hours, find a happy medium by dimming the lights as bedtime draws near. Also, consider changing your light bulbs to ones where the color temperature is less than 3000 kelvins. These varieties can reduce the light's effects on your nervous system. Number 2. Turn off screens. The artificial or blue light emitted by screens can disrupt your body's preparations for sleep by stimulating daytime hormones. Reduce your exposure by turning off TVs, phones, and computers at least an hour before bedtime. If you can't get away from blue lights before bedtime, consider making a small investment in blue light blocking glasses. Can't sleep but don't want to give up late night TV? At least dim the screen's brightness, either manually or with the help of an automated program.
All right. That was on health and wellness. Something there on.
Sleep, which is actually quite important. Did you know that your mattress, the bed that you sleep on, could be the very cause of your sleepless nights? Um, the fact that you're not sleeping as well as you should. I mean, maybe try buying a new bed or something. A couple of other things that you need to watch out for. We definitely hope that was helpful. We'll have a couple of reports to share with you. Big stories all around the nation. We'll let you in on that after this break.
Rise and shine with Rapid Dawn, your essential morning companion only on Rapid TV.
Start your day with us. We bring you the latest news, engaging discussions, and a fresh perspective on issues that matter.
From weather updates to our wellness tip, interesting recipes, and our trendy conversations every Tuesday to the weirdest of talks on Wednesday, Rapid Dawn has got you covered. So grab a coffee and join us every weekday morning on Rapid Dawn. Let's greet the day together.
Rapid Dawn, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. only on Rapid TV. Join us and wake to the dawn of a new day. See you in the morning. All right, you're welcome back. Told you a couple of big stories from yesterday. Well, I think the biggest among all of them, it's kind of a competition between the story regarding increase in the salary of judicial workers now and the big convening yesterday between President Bola Tinubu and former heads of state and, the big wigs in government and all of that. And I wouldn't know if I would say surprising that the Council of State has indeed gone ahead to pass a vote of confidence in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, this meeting was the first since President Bola Tinubu took over on the 29th of May 2023. Present in the meeting was former Presidents Goodluck Jonathan, Muhammadu Buhari, and of course, we had General Yakubu Gowon and Abdulsalami Abubakar who joined virtually. Yes, this is the video here. Of course, you could see former President Muhammadu Buhari looking quite strong, as well as his predecessor, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And after the meeting, Minister of Solid Minerals, and of course, that's talking about Dele Alake, said Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor, presented the security situation of the country, briefed the council about the events surrounding the just concluded bad governance protest, and a whole lot of issues, I believe, were discussed in that particular forum, had in attendance all the 36 state governors as well. And it is our only hope that issues that concern the generality of Nigerians and our well-being were x-rayed in that particular meeting. So hold your thought on that, while we also bring you the story regarding the increase. Judicial officers, wherever they are right now, I'm sure it's celebration galore in that camp. And you could see what the government is doing in terms of trying to create a good reward system for its workers or for our workers. First, it was the increase in the minimum wage from 30,000 to 70,000. Now it's the enacting of a law that grants judicial office holders a remarkable 300% increase in their salaries. Okay, so what this means is that, for instance, the Chief Justice of Nigeria goes home with about 5 million naira every month, and then per annum it's about 64 million naira or thereabout. Judicial officers definitely, if they used to smile to the bank before, now they will start laughing. They will start laughing to the bank, and this is courtesy of Mr. President. But then again, there's the issue of, okay, judicial officers have gotten their share of the national cake. What about lecturers? What about teachers? What about a whole lot of other people? What about doctors? What about nurses? There's a whole lot of other important professions, critical sectors of the economy, where their workforce have always complained about poor remuneration. Are we also going to see the government giving them a significant salary increase? 300% is not, come on, man.
This is the part where I would say, what about us? But I mean, first of all, I would say huge congratulations to let me go and start tasking all my fans in the judiciary, because I remind them that we were all here when Mr. President, approved that they should start having increase in their salary. So if you know Cynthia and Cynthia knows you and you're in the judiciary,
get ready for some 300% kind of billing.
Exactly. But that is aside. Okay, let's look at it from this other side. Someone like myself would want to say 300% increase for what? I mean, we have so many things that we would want to complain about our judicial system and say, okay, fine, they are not satisfying us. They are not making us happy in terms of how they handle judicial matters. They are not they are not exactly the last hope of the common man as it was supposed to be. So why are they getting that kind of increase? Yes, they are working, but why are they getting that kind of increase, by the way? These are the kind of questions someone like me will want to ask. And I'm sure you watching right now will definitely want to ask that type of question to say, okay, what have they been doing, or what have they done to prove that they are worthy of such level of increase? But then again, I'm not going to answer that, because I mean, there are so many things that we and you would answer at about 9 o'clock, right? Because we want to get your thoughts on some of these issues, what you think about the increase. Are you in support of the increase? And of course, you did mention earlier about the visit. I mean, the meeting yesterday where we had the former president and we also had the governors of all the states present. But there was one person that was not present.
Are you surprised?
I am not surprised. That's why I was coming there. Olusegun Obasanjo, former president, a very agile man who has always been outspoken. I mean, right from during the campaigns to now, he has always been outspoken regarding to the issues of Nigeria. Some persons do. I'm just going to share some of the thoughts, word on the street and out there, saying that probably he just didn't want to be there, talking about former President Olusegun Obasanjo. And still on him, he has been very vocal when it comes to certain issues in the country. We do have a video where he did grant a press statement where he talked about why our senators were the ones to decide how much they take home, which of course, let us remind you, is not supposed to be. And he also said that in the video. But then again, some I want to say, but you were the president for how long? Why didn't you correct
put
or
policies in place to help address that?
In his defense, someone like me would want to say, if there is one thing, you have to give it to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. During his tenure, he did work very well. Why do you think they call it Obasanjo's internet? He really did a lot. I mean, he made sure that Nigeria have internet. He made sure that I don't believe that if he had
for me, it was his ability to appoint people who were adequately qualified for positions. So if somebody was Minister of Health, definitely has an experience, in the health sector.
I would just put it at that alone.
He knew how to put round pegs in round holes, from the Nuhu Ribadu of those days, the Dora Akunyili, the Obi Ezekwesili, and the rest of them. You could see that it looked as if these people, fitted whatever portfolio that they were assigned to oversee.
Well, you do have a point, but that would not only be what I would say. I would say that former President Olusegun Obasanjo is not even was, because till date he's still that kind of person. He's a very dogged man. He's a very, I mean,
81 and still going strong.
He's an intelligent man. He's a strategic man. And he's a disciplined man. So it is not just about being able to put square. You could put the right people, but the right people you put there in your own judgment as the right people might end up disappointing you. Now, talking about the right people, look at the current president. I can tell you that he has a number of right people, you know, in his team that he selected. He does have a number, if we are being fair, he does have a number of right people, but it looks as though they are not the right people. Do you get? So you could put the right people, but it could still look like they're not the right people. That is where you as a person comes in. So yeah, during his time, I think we should just get the video where he did talk about why the senators are the ones to decide how much they get home. And
basically all the National Assembly members, both House of Reps and
exactly.
And he said it when some members of the House came to visit him.
Let's have the video.
Look at in your own case. Look at in your own case. With all due respect, you are not supposed to fix your salary or your allowances. It's supposed to be done by the revenue mobilization and what? Okay. But you decide what you pay yourself, the allowances that you give yourself, newspaper allowances, pant allowances, sheeting allowances. You give yourself all sorts of things, with all due respect. And you know it's not right. It is not right. It is not right for me to be the one to determine what I pay myself. It's immoral. And then you are doing it. The Senate is doing it. And you beat your chest. And in some cases, even the executive give you what you are not entitled to. You all got 200 million naira.
It is all the allowances that he was mentioning. But then again, if you look at it, it's so crazy. Enjoyment allowance. They have enjoyment allowance for enjoyment. Do I have? I mean, how many Nigerians have an allowance for enjoyment? I mean, if I'm working in a place where I decide the kind of allowances I want to have, and I decide to put health care, wellness, and soft life allowance. Hanging out with friends allowance every 2 weeks. I decided to put driving around town allowance. You know, all of those things. I mean, who wouldn't love a job like that?
Very salient points by former President Obasanjo. I mean, it's crazy because they are not the owners of the business.
Yes.
If you are the owner of an establishment or a company, it's not even advisable. You should have a board or something. A group of people who understand, maybe a business manager, to be able to look at the business, what the revenue is, what the expenditure is, before deciding on how much everybody receives. But for you now, who is not, it is the people of Nigeria that elected you and put you there. But you now decide how much that you take home every month. But then again, color me shocked when yesterday, the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission came out with a statement that each Nigerian senator receives a monthly salary and allowances totaling just a little over 1 million naira.
Yes, that is what is supposed to be the actual thing. But it's the allowances that makes it so much. Okay,
no. According to this statement, salary and allowances total 1,063,860 naira.
That would be untrue. by if the Nigerian people want to be fair, that would be because we have seen several documents to show. Unfortunately, we don't have that to show on the screen right now. To show, detail by detail, what they take. I mean, how about even the sitting allowance?
We had former Senator Shehu Sani, giving a detailed breakdown of how much these people take home. From basic salary, which is 168,000, motor fueling and maintenance allowance, personal assistant has an allowance, domestic staff allowance, entertainment, utilities, newspapers, wardrobe, house maintenance, constituency allowance, furniture allowance, severance
That's
gratuity,
already more than $1 million.
Vehicle, brother. What are we talking about here? And if really the salary is 1 million, I mean, why do people have to go back there every time? Some of them have connections that they can leverage on to do jobs that can pay them more than 1 million naira a month. So what are we talking about here?
I think the revenue mobilization should answer this question. Are you trying to tell us that our senators spend so much money, letting their people know that they are the right candidate, they're the right representative for them, just to earn 1 million naira? Is that it? Because from where I sit,
and then
that doesn't look realistic.
When you look at how some of them live and the wealth they display, the number of cars they have, the staff that work for them,
that's not 1 million naira salary.
1 million cannot do that for you. So it now raises the question: where are people getting the money to fund the way that you live?
This is where the sitting allowances come in.
Okay, sitting allowance.
And the constituency projects.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, that is it. Those projects are not being funded by their personal money. I mean, where would they get that money from when their salary is 1 million naira? So you see, that answers the question. But what bugged a lot of Nigerians is the fact that while we were crying and saying that, we want to protest 1st of August, and some even said, they don't mind even slashing their salaries just to be able to, why wouldn't they slash their salaries? Because they know what their salary is. But why don't you slash the allowances, slash the sitting allowance, slash the constituency and all of that? But that is not even the juicy part. The juicy part that got a lot of Nigerians upset was the fact that they were still paid their full allowance, their full salary of July. I mean, come on. Who are you deceiving? Is it the Nigerian people or yourself? So as a matter of fact, I do believe that if the revenue guys are coming out to say that that is what these people are taking home, but allowance, and I think they should go back to their records and check very well, because the Nigerian people are not 2-year-old people. That's basically what it is. If you have to come out to defend, come correct, because the Nigerian people will show you lots to prove that this is not 1 million our senators are taking. And so you would have to, show what you have and let the people show what they also have. But then again, I do believe that we would do better. We will get there. The more we keep holding our leaders, by the neck, I think that gradually, it's going to be a gradual process, but gradually we will get there. Talking about monies, let's go and get this report from Abia State, where Kingsley Owuka tells us that Governor Alex Otti is definitely putting plans in place to make sure that the 70,000 naira new minimum wage approved would come up.
So you see, Abia is doing well, Abia is doing well.
Let's have the report.
Governor Otti, who stated this during his monthly media chat, said while the state government team works with the NSC on the modalities, the state government still await further clarification from the federal government on the way forward. He used the opportunity to clarify that there was no financial impropriety in the report of the panel set up to look into the activities of the former Commissioner for Health in the state, adding that the former Commissioner for Science and Technology, who recently resigned from his appointment, had no case with him.
Her resignation has been received and has been accepted. Before she resigned, the committee that was set up turned in its report. Going through the report, there was no financial impropriety established, but there were conducts that were not consistent with laid down policies and procedures. And since she offered to resign, the government decided to accept her resignation.
He announced that he have concluded plans to increase the retirement age of nurses in the state from 60 to 65 years, while teachers in the state will be from 60 to 65 years too.
We are discussing a discriminatory compensation package for teachers generally, and we have also increased the retirement age already from 60 to 65. I had announced it. From next week, we also will be increasing the retirement age for nurses from 60 to 65.
On the issue of conducting local government election, the state government said that the timetable for the local government election will be out as soon as some legislative matters are put in place in the State House of Assembly.
There have always been plans to conduct local government election, and I had said that even before now. So the timetable is not yet out. We also believe that a few things needed to be changed in the law. So in the next few days, we will be approaching the House of Assembly to change a few things and make the conduct of the elections as seamless as possible.
He used the forum to thank Abians for heeding to his plea for not joining the hunger protest in some states of the Federation, noting that such protests would have disrupted the prevalent peace and security in the states. From Umaya, Omoka Kinsley, Rapid TV News, Governor Oti.
All right, that is Governor Alex Oti.
Governor Alex Oti, I mean, you could see the amazing work that he's doing across board, across different sectors. You're not clapping as loud. I can't even hear anything.
I don't understand.
People say, oh, I don't know how to translate that one.
Anyhow.
I mean, but when you praise a good man for the good that he's done,
Okay.
he gets motivated to do even more.
So how would the good man now hear my clap?
Well, the wind, I believe, will cover your words.
I didn't speak any words.
Well, sometimes actions speak louder.
Jesus Christ. It's all right. That's fine. I tell you to take that. All right. Before we move on to other serious things, let us let you know that left-handed day is a thing.
Lefty?
Yes, what was called lefty. So it happened that we were supposed to celebrate with you guys yesterday, but we couldn't. So left-handed day, the left-handed day, let's look at some of the things about left-handed day that you didn't know. Now, we have several famous stars left-handed, including Justin Bieber, who initially struggled with a right-handed guitar before his mom bought him a left-handed one. And other notable leftists include Oprah Winfrey, Keanu Reeves, Lady
John
Gaga, and Jennifer Lopez.
All of my
Also-
faves in one. Oh my God.
Despite being a small percentage of the population, many left-handers have held significant roles, which include people like Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and Prince William. And we also have animals that are left-handed. So humans are unique in showing a strong hand preference, unlike most animals, which display a 50-50 split. However, some animals, like the kangaroos and parrots, favor their left side. Kangaroos use their left paw for attacks like grooming, and 90% of parrots use their left foot to pick things. All right. So we also have left-handed, humans in the early age. So most ancient humans were right-handed, but evidence shows 10% of Neanderthals of 500,000 years ago were left-handed. Now, archaeologists believe they used sharp stones to cut raw meat near their mouth, and the direction of teeth clashes indicates some used their left hand. So, if you are a left-handed person watching us this morning, hello, happy left-handed day.
Yeah, it's amazing because you cannot understand it if you're not a left-handed person. Yeah, if you're right-handed and you use your right to do most of the things that you do, you would not understand how a left-handed person uses their left, and it's as proficient, sometimes even better. I've seen some, pardon me, lefties write, and their handwriting is amazing. When we
Of course.
When we talk about football, left footers are some of the most deadliest people to play against. You don't want to play against a left footer because, I mean, it's somewhat confusing. Yeah. I mean, virtually across all sectors. I love it when I see people who do things with their left hands. But there are a couple of myths and what's it called now? Superstitious beliefs about left-handedness, where even from a young age, if you're using your left hand to do things, your parents tend to correct you, whether it's for eating or whatever. Use your right hand. You want to give an elder something, use your right hand. You know, stuff like that. So a couple of what's it now? Cultural angles to it as well.
But the child didn't create itself. So I do believe that it's a matter of accepting what the universe has made. If you are a Christian, accepting what God has made. And if you're not a Christian, accepting what the universe has blessed you with. Because at the end of the day, there's a reason why you have two hands. You have two hands for a reason. For me, I could eat with my left hand. I could do a couple of things with my left hand. I can even write with my left hand. But
Can you sign a check for me with your left hand?
why will I sign a check for you? What have you done for me that I'll sign a check for you?
No, we're talking about. It's not about what I have done.
When you do what will make me sign check, you know if I can sign with
It's
left
not
or right.
about what I have done.
Moving-
It's about the ability of your left hand to shift things in my favor. Okay. What about transfer? Can you do it with your left hand?
Why would I do transfer for you with my left hand?
So which one can you do?
So, it's only about money.
Okay. Can you count money for me with your left hand?
So your child is blessed with two hands. In fact, humans are blessed with two hands for a reason. If
Yes.
one hand is not doing, the second hand would definitely do. So I tend not to really stand in some of this. I see some people say, beat a couple of children. Oh, use your right hand. Use your right hand. That's disrespectful. And the question I have for you this morning is, what makes it disrespectful? Who made it disrespectful? At what point, at what meeting, what year was it agreed upon that doing things with your left hand as a person is disrespectful? Where?
This is sort of a tradition. It's like when a guy wants to greet an elder person, I see this mostly because I grew up in the East. So when, first of all, as a younger guy, you can't be the one to bring out your hand for an older guy. And then eventually when there's need for that, you hold one of your hands and then you shake. I really, there's literally no, what's it now, explanation as to why we do that. But that was what we grew up doing. Yeah. So you want to shake, an older person, you hold your hands like this and then you shake. Yeah. So the same way it is, you want to take something or an elder is giving you, use your right hand. So these are some of the cultural, what's it now? It's already part of us. Yeah. So
aside from even culture, even former President Barack Obama, also see him use his right hand to shake people while he was there. So it's a matter of, it's like, okay, now this is where I have a problem, where a person does what he or she knows how to do, and you term it disrespectful. First of all, before you start saying something disrespectful, you need to know, is this person a left-handed or is this person right-handed?
So, it's kind of hard for people to walk around with a flag on their head. I'm left-handed. Or a bold inscription on their shirt. I'm left-handed.
Yeah, but for anybody that would bring out their left hand to greet you, you should tell you that this person is left. If they had a choice,
well,
they would use the other hand.
If that happens, that has
or
never...
you should use their leg. I mean, it's either this,
okay,
or
honestly,
maybe this.
Okay, honestly, that has not happened to me. But thinking about it now, if somebody were to stretch out their left hand to greet me,
exactly,
my first thought would not be that you were left-handed.
It would be what?
What is wrong with you? Like,
really?
Yes, honestly.
In 2024?
But I'm not kidding. Like, okay, why are you bringing out your left hand? What's wrong with your right? Yeah? I have never seen that happen. That's what, it has never happened to me. I've never seen it happen to anybody. Yeah? So that would be really, really weird. Okay, so if you bring out your left hand, what am I supposed to do? I bring my left hand too.
The Lord will heal you.
Oh my God.
I was just putting it that way. So, but anyway, we celebrate you. We appreciate you. And go for gold.
Yeah.
Happy Left-Handed Day. All right. So if you look at your time, it's almost 8 o'clock. And by 8 o'clock, it'll be time for sports. By 8:30, time for Eastern Circle. And I'll be coming back with my face at about 9 o'clock. But before then, let's just share you some interesting stories in the world of sports. Don't forget that we do have more stories to share with you. And of course, we'll be having our conversation. We'll be opening the phone lines at about 9 o'clock. We want to get your reaction on some of these stories. You know, we still have the stories of medical practitioners not being able to travel out. You know, they're putting measures in place to make sure that, you know, the government curtails brain drain. If you recall that we had that conversation, I think last year or so, regarding the nurses, and where lots of people were complaining that you have no right to keep people in the country because, I mean, you haven't provided everything convenient and comfortable to make them gain from that. And now again, we have it's a the medical profession generally, because of course we've always complained that we are losing our good hands, even best hands. We have been complaining about that. So the government said, okay, let us see what we can do. But do you agree with the measures? We'll read out some of the measures, the agreements, and what have you. And then you get to share your thoughts regarding that at about 9 o'clock, and some other stories that we'll also bring to you by that time. But in the world of sports, a lot of things have been happening. But before Ugochi will get to give you all of that, let me just show you this video where Botswana received Tebogo back to his country, and it was in a big stadium.
The biggest in Botswana.
Let us enjoy the sight and sound. Botswana, helele, helele. You say after me now. Helele, Botswana, helele, helele.
I'm not from Botswana. I'm rather sad, you know. that
I don't understand.
I-
People are happy, you're sad.
well, did my country win anything?
Would my country have done this in the biggest stadium?
Why would we?
Why would we?
Okay. Obviously, Nigeria and Botswana are not on the same level, yeah? So I'm thinking that but it now depends on how well we performed. If we exceeded all of the records that we have ever created at the Olympics, okay, maybe. Imagine that the Falcons won in the women's football event, and then we had Tobi Amusan winning, we had Ese Brume winning, just like medals everywhere. Yes, but
We not go do one for the biggest stadium. This our country will get pride.
I
They will-
believe
they will-
this can be arranged.
they
now
will
at the-
welcome
at the-
them,
at the
yes.
Teslim Balogun Stadium.
They will welcome them
know.
at the airport, the dancing and
You
all of
forget
that.
these
but
athletes have family members. They have friends.
they will welcome them.
The family members have friends. The friends of the family
That will
members
not
have
fill the
friends.
stadium.
Nigerians,
My guy,
Nigerians,
you and I know
turn up.
that we have pride.
No. We'll turn up. But this is good for Botswana. Before this year's Olympics, the first time that they won any medal at all at the Olympics was in London 2012, and it was a silver medal. So this, I think it's big because this is the first time they are winning gold, and it is in something so prestigious. On the same track where the likes of Usain Bolt won a sprint double. I mean, come on, you have to celebrate that.
And I heard that gold Olympic medal is not more than $790 because, as the research has it, that the gold medal is not totally gold. It's about a larger percentage of it is actually silver. Yes. And so if it were to be totally gold, it would have been in thousands of dollars. But because it's not totally gold, brought down the cost to $790.
I think it was before that we had the entirety of the medal. It was gold, but now part of it is gold.
Small gold, more silver.
The other part is there. I mean, but if it's shining,
Talking about shining, I mean, this guy complained that after 1 week, the thing was washing off. But, I mean,
Well-
the Olympic guys have said, okay, they're going to replace it for him.
I mean, they should, but before the event started, they should have made arrangements to make sure. I mean, you're given. It's like when you present someone with a World Cup trophy, yeah. The main one, of course, countries who have won it get to keep a replica, yeah, but the main one, I cannot remember how many carats of gold now, but imagine that you hold that trophy and it's not as heavy as it should be, or you now discover that it's not even gold, or it's, come on.
I will live away before.
So I think part of the pride for these athletes is the fact that, well, at the end of the day, there's something to hold on to. Like, this is my evidence that I have won. This is my evidence that I have done well. But then again, when it is not as authentic, when it is not as unique as it should be, it takes a little bit of glamour out of it now. But spare a thought for Nigeria. Both the one that has little gold, the one that has plenty gold,
We don't see any
even copper, aluminium,
wood. We don't see shishi. We don't see.
nothing gomos.
I don't. Okay. This is the part where I will say, don't you think that we are being too hard on my wonderful Uncle John Ewaneno?
What? Well, okay.
This man just came into
See,
power
but
last year.
Nobody is even blaming him for the totality of our failure, but he gets to take a bit of the blame.
Why?
Yeah, he gets. I
People
mean,
should leave my uncle alone.
your uncle definitely gets to take a bit of the blame because you are the man at the helm of affairs.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely correct.
That's just it. But our failure, if we begin to analyze it, traces back to a whole lot of issues, a can of worms that if you open, I mean, everyone go collect. Because, I mean, there should be a system in place that helps us invest in athletes and in sports where we have comparative advantage. So, for instance, since we know that we do well in athletics, who are our flag bearers in that sport? So, if you are giving other people 10,000 naira, for instance, because we have comparative advantage in athletics, you have to give them 20,000 or 30,000. Okay? Do we have facilities in the country where these people can run and train? What is even the motivation at the end of the day? You know, these are the issues. We are so good at organizing grassroots program, under 17 competition. We are good at discovering these talents. But after discovering, what happens next? Because guess what? Other countries are discovering talents as well. But what now happens is that after discovering, there's a system in place that enables them to be properly harnessed. Yeah? I mean, and it's from a very young age. When they are 10 years old, there's a program for when they are 14. There's a program for when they are 17, when they are 18. It is just a progressive ladder. Do you get? So, but here, you discover somebody, wow, amazing. You now leave them. After 4 years, when it's time for the Olympics, you go and call them from wherever they are. Meanwhile, these people have not been training. They have not attended international competitions where they get to see how this thing is done at that level. Okay? We had the likes of Samuel Ogazi, Consider Ekanem, Toby, running personal best here in Nigeria and at the African Games. We did well at the African Games now. We did well at the Athletics Championship in Douala, Cameroon. But that's
grassroots.
Do you get how long do you want to be local champion? Look at the Super Falcons. How many times have they won the African Women's Cup of Nations? 13 times. But they could not even win. They could not get a 1 point. They only managed to score a goal. So what does that tell you?
Calm down. You need to drink water. Calm down.
Not only water.
And what again?
Juice or something.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
calm down.
It's really not easy for me.
All right, guys. So, don't forget. Yes, I forgot to let you guys know that we'll also be giving out our tickets. Don't forget, we did promise you yesterday that from Tuesday to Friday, we'll be giving out tickets for MC Diamond's August meeting. When we come back by 9 o'clock, we're gonna do that party, and then we're gonna talk about a whole lot of things. We open the phone lines, and we get to have a conversation. Now, I hear word on the street has it that Dangote Refinery might be selling fuel at a price that some persons are not really excited about. We'll hear your thoughts on that when we come back at 9 o'clock. But for now, it's time for sports with Ugochukwu Madomere. Don't go anywhere.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us on Rapid Sports this morning. This is where, of course, we bring you all the latest in the world of sports. I'm super excited because we're counting down to the beginning of most of your favorite leagues across Europe this season. And of course, this weekend will herald the start of most of them. The La Liga in Spain and, of course, the English Premier League. And well, we already had the Community Shield last weekend between Manchester City and Manchester United, which, of course, Manchester City did win on penalties in that really pulsating match at Wembley. So today, we have the Super Cup, and it's between the winners of the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League. And so this morning, very quickly, without further getting the lily and without much ado, let's bring you up to date with what you need to know in that match between the Los Blancos and Atlanta. Los Blancos, of course, is the Real Madrid team. Call them the White Angels, and you will not be far away from the truth. Now, Super Cup records will tumble if Real Madrid gets the better of Atalanta tonight in Warsaw, Poland. Los Blancos are aiming to pull clear of fellow five-time victors Barcelona and Milan by becoming the first team to win a sixth title with Carlo Ancelotti, while Carlo Ancelotti, of course, looking for his fifth as a coach, something nobody has managed before. In addition, Champions League final goal scorer Dani Carvajal and midfield maestro Luka Modric could become the first players to appear in 5 Super Cup victories, 5 unprecedented, with big summer signing Kylian Mbappe set to make his first competitive appearance for Madrid. There is plenty of intrigue and interest surrounding the season opener for the 15-time European champions. Well, standing in their way are a very formidable team in the form and frame of Atalanta, who were 3-0 winners over Bayer Leverkusen in the final of the Europa League. You do remember it was our very own Ademola Lookman who heroically carried Atalanta on his shoulders on the day to the trophy. Now, a major continental title for them. Madrid, of course, a very fantastic team. Well, this is what the lineup could look like for Madrid. There's Thibaut Courtois, who's recovered fantastically well from injury. Defense has Carvajal, Militao, Rudiger and Mendy, Federico Valverde, and of course Tchouaméni in the midfield with Modric as well. Now, yesterday, sad news for Madrid fans because Eduardo Camavinga did pick up an injury that we are not sure how long he's going to spend on the sidelines. So that's a really sad story from the Madrid fold. We have Bellingham, who could be starting as well. Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. Could also be making an appearance. And then for Atlanta, there's a whole lot of other players. Probably you're not familiar with them. But of course, top on the list, or the person that I believe you would be really interested to see how he performs, is Ademola Lookman of Nigeria. Well, the National Stadium in Warsaw is the 12th venue to stage the Super Cup since the fixture switched from its long-term home of Monaco after Prague 2013, Cardiff, Tbilisi, Troytham, Skopje, Tallinn, Istanbul, Budapest, Belfast, Helsinki, and Piraeus. Well, Real Madrid have been incredible winners of this particular Super Cup. They won. Chelsea won them. That was in 1998. 2000, Galatasaray got the better of them after extra time, but they won in 2002 against Feyenoord, 2014 against Sevilla, 2016 against Sevilla again, 2017 against Manchester United, 2018 against Atletico Madrid, and 2022 against Eintracht Frankfurt. So do watch out for that game later on tonight. Now, a couple of the clubs have been bolstering their squads, trying to reinforce before the start of the new season. And top on that list, apart from Chelsea, obviously, have been living in fear. Coming to the office, I'm really, really careful because Chelsea scouts are everywhere. If you're not careful, Chelsea will sign you. So I've been really lucky. Eventually, the transfer window is going to end, and I really hope that I am not I'm not signed by mistake by Chelsea, who appears to be on a spending spree, same as last season. But then again, we've had Manchester United doling out some serious cash so far this season. They've brought in Joshua Zirkzee and a couple of other players. Now, there's been a departure as well, and I think this is a big loss for Manchester United, even though there's what you might call an adequate replacement. So West Ham have signed right back Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Manchester United on a 7-year contract, the Premier League club said yesterday. The deal is worth around 15 million for the 26-year-old, who was in his final year of contract at United. He did begin his career at Crystal Palace before joining United in 2019. played 190 matches for Manchester club and helped them win the FA Cup. And of course, West Ham finished ninth last season and will be kicking off their campaign at home to Aston Villa on Saturday with their new coach, Julien Lopetegui. So now let's talk about the new signings of Manchester United. Yesterday, they signed Dutch centre-back Matthijs de Ligt and Morocco fullback Noussair Mazraoui from German side Bayern Munich on a contract until June 2029 and June 2028 respectively. The financial details were not disclosed. The pair started their youth careers at Dutch side Ajax Amsterdam and went on to play under now United manager Erik ten Hag in the first team. The 25-year-old De Ligt won the Eredivisie in the 2018-2019 season with Ajax, the Serie A title in 2019-2020 with Juventus, and Bundesliga with Bayern in 2022-2023. And I mean, I don't really know what Ten Hag is doing, gathering all of his former comrades from Ajax, bringing them to Manchester United. Of course, he brought in, what's his name again? Anthony. Anthony played under him at Ajax, brought him to Manchester United, and now he's brought De Ligt, who once was at Ajax as well, you know, as well as the Moroccan Mazraoui from Bayern Munich. So that's exactly how it is for Manchester United. Hopefully, they will be able to deliver on the mandate. They will be able to deliver the goods and fulfill the assignment that has been committed into their hands to make sure that Manchester United fans are not in tears or in sorrows at the weekend. Okay, now let's talk about Chelsea, where their star boy, their golden boy, Cole Palmer has signed a 2-year contract extension with Chelsea. Chelsea fans are really ecstatic about this development. The 22-year-old who joined Chelsea from Manchester City in a £42.5 million deal last December has committed himself to the London side until June 2023. Well, he did have a superb campaign last season, scoring 22 Premier League goals. The only person that scored more goals than Cole Palmer last season was Erling Haaland, and of course was the member of the England squad that reached the final of Euro 2024. He scored the equalizer after coming off the bench in the loss against Spain. He was also named the Premier League Young Player of the Year with his goal tally, including hat-tricks in successive games at Stamford Bridge against Manchester United and Everton. The one against Manchester United I cannot forget. Chelsea, who finished 6th in the table last season, begin their new Premier League campaign at home to champions Manchester City on Saturday. So watch out for that one. Chelsea fans, congratulations. Now, yesterday, we had the qualifications for the Europa League and the Conference League as well. And I wouldn't know if I should call this a shock, but Fenerbahce with Jose Mourinho will not be playing in the Champions League next season. Well, Rangers also exited the Champions League after losing 2-0 to Dynamo Kiev in the second leg of the third qualifying round yesterday, while Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce were knocked out by Lille in a very heart-breaking fashion. Host Rangers paid the price for a harsh second yellow card issued to defender Jefta as Dynamo struck twice in the final 10 minutes through substitute Alexandra Pilanolok and Nasa Voloshin. And, well, that's about it. We also had Nigerian, what's his name again, Sero Desires, who was there, but unfortunately it was not to be. They had already won against Dynamo Kiev by 1-0 in the first leg. That goal was scored in the closing stages of that particular game. Or was it 1-1 now? But unfortunately, it had to end in favor of Dynamo Kiev of Ukraine. Dynamo advanced 3-1 on aggregate and head into a playoff tie against Salzburg, who edged FC Twente 5-4 after a 3-3 draw in the return leg in the Netherlands. Jonathan David's penalty secured Lille a place in the next round as the French club snatched a 3-2 aggregate victory in Turkey making it a disappointing start to Mourinho's time in charge of Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce lost the first leg 2-1 last week and appeared to be going out until Bafore Diakite's own goal sent the match into extra time. Well, Lille substitute Issa Mandi was sent off on his debut for a reckless challenge on Ifan Khan Kaveshi, but the visitors were awarded a penalty for a handball by Jadon Osterwolde, and Jonathan David made no mistake at all from the sport. And a couple of other results there. Switzerland International, Kwadudua, netted twice on the night to put Ludogorets 4-2 ahead in the tie between them and Qarabağ. Well, the visitors from Azerbaijan scored 6 times without reply to run away with an 8-4 aggregate success. Congratulations to all of the teams that have made it into the next round. Let's round off this morning with news making the rounds in mainland Europe with regards to transfers and speculation. Brentford are holding out on for at least 60 million for 28-year-old England striker Ivan Toney, who has been monitored by Chelsea and Manchester United. Ajax are interested in signing England Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal are considering a move for Espanyol's 23-year-old Spanish goalkeeper Joan Garcia as Ajax ponder a new offer for Ramsdale after having a loan bid rejected. I don't know what Mikel Arteta is doing. Brought in his countryman David Raya. Now he wants to bring in another Spaniard as well. Well, Real Madrid will not allow 24-year-old Brazil forward Vinicius Jr. to leave for the Saudi Pro League, even if they receive a world record fee. Al Ittihad do not want to sell France midfielder N'Golo Kante, despite links with West Ham and Atletico Madrid. Bournemouth are targeting Arsenal's 25-year-old English forward Edin Ketia to fill the void left by Dominic Solanke's move to Tottenham Hotspur. And Leicester City have made a $4 million offer for Crystal Palace and Ghana forward Jordan Ayew. 4 million, brother now. Chelsea want to hand Senegal striker Nicholas Jackson a 2-year extension that will commit him to the club until 2033. And that's about it on the show this morning, everyone, because he who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. Until tomorrow, when I will be back to serve you this delicious morning tonic. Ugochukwu Madimere is my name. Stay tuned for more on The Breakfast Show today.
Rise and shine with Rapid Dawn, your essential morning companion only on Rapid TV.
Start your day with us. We bring you the latest news, engaging discussions, and a fresh perspective on issues that matter.
From weather updates to our wellness tip, interesting recipes, and our trendy conversations every Tuesday to the weirdest of talks on Wednesday, Rapid Dawn has got you covered. So grab a coffee and join us every weekday morning on Rapid Dawn. Let's greet the day together.
Rapid Dawn, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. only on Rapid TV. Join us and wake to the dawn of a new day. See you in the morning.
All right, guys, good morning once again. Welcome back. It's the other side, 9, where we have been waiting for you, seated waiting for you, because there's a time where we'll get to have great conversation again and, of course, get to hear your thoughts on some of the very interesting things happening in our beloved nation. I'm sure that you want to start us up with the story. We have a couple of stories. I think we should start with the WAEC story.
Yes, indeed. A couple of days ago, I think it was Monday, the West African Examinations Council did release results for the one that was written, I think it was April, May. apparently, we had what you might call relative success for the generality of the students
I think about 72% or so.
yeah,
thereabout.
who sat for the examination. And well, that does say something about the educational system, the teachers. I mean, since yesterday, social media has been agog with some parents who are posting pictures of, the performance of the awards or their children. And if they are posting, it means it's good now. Your daddy cannot come and post your work results that is F9.
That is not good.
It's F9 that is plastered everywhere.
Oh, no, no,
So,
no, no.
and then for some schools who pride themselves as, unique centers of learning, they've also taken this up as bragging rights to say, okay, we had a student in our school who had 7 A's, 3 B's, or maybe straight A's, A1s all through. And, that is a really, really amazing thing. But
Like a school in Ogun State where 45 students actually score A1 in maths.
wow.
I know.
Wow.
What did I even score for maths? I cannot remember. I'm not sure say I ever passed maths. Anyway, do I need maths to be on your TV?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, a couple of results were withheld,
Yes.
which is about 215,276. That
67.
represents
267.
267. That represents about 11.92% of the almost 2 million candidates who took the examination. Like I said, relative success in most of the important subjects, including English and mathematics. Yeah, those are the most important, especially for Nigerian schools. So we also have for the sciences as well. The statistics are also looking good. Well, the examination was conducted in 4 WAEC member countries: Nigeria, Gambia, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. Well, there's a story that I saw that I was sharing with Cynthia. I don't know if this is the point where I asked her how many times she sat for the exam. Were you one of those bright students who crushed
For
it?
WAEC?
Who crushed it in one attempt?
For WAEC?
Yeah.
Do people write WAEC more than once? I'm not too happy book that time more, but I shall know
I know people.
that WAEC is one time. Now people write WAEC one time.
No, well, that is why for some universities or polytechnics, when you read or when you pay attention to what the requirements are for getting into any of their selected courses in those higher institutions, they will tell you, okay, credits in English, mathematics, and maybe if you're going for a science course, physics, chemistry, and biology, credits in these courses in not more than 2 sittings or in not more than 2 attempts. So that tells you that there are some people who would sit more than once, sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times, 4 before they get what they want. And there are even some people that may have to combine O-level
I think
results.
this is where your NECO comes in. Your WAEC. So most times it's you combine your WAEC and your NECO. So if you don't have A in WAEC, you probably will have A, or rather B also. I mean, C is the barest that you should at least have a credit. So if you don't have a credit in maths in your WAEC, you should have a credit in maths in your NECO. But then this is where what you intend to do, what you intend to further comes into play. So I think for someone like myself who was never, I don't think I had an A at any point in any of them. Yeah, I didn't have an A.
Guess which among the subjects I had an A1.
Igbo.
Absolutely correct. Oh my God. Oh my God.
If you did not have A in Igbo, I'll send you back to Alex Oti.
Oh my God. But then again, what would you do now that Cynthia is claiming that she doesn't know anybody who wrote WAEC more than once? What would you do when you find out that there is a certain man that goes by the name of Emmanuel Amadu? So now he's a doctor. But guess what? He wrote WAEC 17 times.
Not JAM, WAEC.
17 times.
Okay. What was he looking for?
Well, according to the story, family instability, which, I mean, that could mean a whole lot of things. Maybe the family was changing locations a lot. Maybe there wasn't a lot of money available. Maybe there were issues, and we cannot really pinpoint exactly what the issues were. But the story has it that due to family instability, he wrote the examination 17 times in a space of 5 years. But talk about your background not keeping your back to the ground. Guess what? This month, he bagged an award in the US. He received an honorary doctorate degree in international affairs from the Global Seminary University in collaboration with GEPA University, Portugal. In addition, he was honored as a professional doctoral fellow by the Across Global Institute of Foreign Languages for his outstanding leadership and global achievements in mental health care. Now, this honor places him in the same cadre or caliber as well as past honorees like President Joe Biden, Professor Wole Soyinka, Oprah Winfrey, and Bill Gates. And well, he actually got a degree in mass communication from the University of Benin. I mean, a whole lot of barriers that he has broken academically. And when you look at it, for someone who wrote WAEC 17 times, he doesn't really look like it. The awards that he's been able to amass, the certificates he's been able to accrue to himself as well, you know, does talk about the fact that whatever it is that happened in your yesterday shouldn't necessarily define what happens in your today and what happens tomorrow. Yeah. And even moving further, he is going to be leading a mental health tour in Ohio. And I think that is amazing because I think, or I reckon that there are people who will be inspired by that story. Imagine a Nigerian student who probably has written the examination more than once, because these things have a way of weighing you down psychologically. So you start off with a group of friends or a group of peers. You people get to SS3, it's time for O-level. Everybody passes and you're one of those who did not pass the examination. So what happens is that your friends leave you behind. They go to the university, some of them travel outside the country. You're still trying to figure out yourself at that O-level, you know. And imagine having to do that a second time, a third time, a fourth time. I mean, that could crush some people mentally. But if this man has taken it upon himself to inspire other people with a story, I mean, that is absolutely amazing.
All right, let's now move on to other stories that we told you we're going to also share here at this other time, where it is hinted that the Dangote refinery might be selling fuel at 600 and something. And people are concerned, saying they thought that it was going to be at least lesser. And so this was the reaction from some persons out there. But the Nigeria petrol marketers expect Dangote refinery to offer petrol at $6.50 per liter. Now, if this is the amount, then what is the difference? Someone might want to ask. So the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria said it believed that similar to its impact on diesel prices, the new refinery could reduce the cost of petrol in the market. That is IPMAN National Vice President Ahmed Fashola stated that the 20 billion refinery could lower fuel costs if it received the necessary support, particularly regarding crude supply. Now, so this now begs to ask, what then is the difference? Because right now we are buying at around that price on a normal day, or higher depending on the places. So what then is the difference?
So that particular story is apparently a projected price. This is not what Dangote Refinery has come out to say that, oh, listen, this is how much we're going to be selling to the marketers, who of course will now have to add their own price before they sell to the general public. So this is what the marketers, those who go to buy from the refineries, are projecting that Dangote will sell at. Now, Dangote have come out to even say that, listen, we're not even partners with these people, so they cannot decide. For now, there's been no agreement or no concrete figure as to, okay, this is how much we are going to sell. Now, we saw the impact that the production of diesel by Dangote Refinery had on the price of diesel. Went down from 1,700 to about 1,000 naira, 1,002 and thereabout. So we also expect a significant drop in price of fuel eventually when the Dangote refineries begin operations. But as to what exactly the price is going to be in terms of what the marketers are going to buy and how much they are now going to sell, we do not know. Nigerians are only hopeful that the introduction of Dangote Refinery would in some way, alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians in terms of the high cost that is being incurred to, acquire that very precious commodity. I remember one of the guests we had on this show where we asked him, okay, what do you even think is causing this whole high cost of, and he was all about fuel. If we can just address,
everything is
if we can just address the issue of fuel, I think people would be a bit more relaxed, and of course you remember that this was one of the issues that was highlighted by the NBAT governance protesters, the issue of the fuel, where some people even went further to ask governments to bring back, the fuel subsidy. But I think that we've gone way ahead of that. I don't think we've gone far away ahead of doing something like that now. I think where we are now is thinking, how do we leverage on what we have? There's a new player in the market. How do we leverage on a Dangote to be able to, make the product more available? Because apparently right now there's some level of scarcity, which has further heightens the price. So number one, make the product more available, give marketers the options to buy. Yeah, so if you don't want to get from NNPCL, there's a Dangote for you. And ultimately, see a reduction in the price of premium motor spirits. These three cardinal points, I think are what Nigerians are looking forward to.
That's good then. But let's just see how it goes as time goes on. We would. Now, another story that caught my attention yesterday was a story of talking about House of Reps 6 10 years prison sentence, 5 million naira fine for Nigerians who refuse to recite the anthem. What? That even reminds me of what you call. Can you recite the anthem? National anthem.
Which of them?
Oh, wow. They should pick you up now.
No, which of the anthems?
The national anthem.
So this is apparently rising from the fact that...
Don't Google it.
No. Why would I want to...
Okay, so recite the national anthem.
I was addressing a particular issue. This story regarding House of Reps members, proposing a setting, what's it now? Sentence time,
yes.
or fine for defaulters, people who... Is it really people who cannot recite?
People who refuse.
Okay, people who refuse
to recite the national anthem.
You know the controversy that trended at the time when this was enacted into law.
We
had some people who decided to sit down, while the national anthem was being recited. And I did mention that that was indeed dishonoring the identity of the country. The national anthem is a national symbol. They teach you these things right from primary school in your social studies or civic education. The Nigerian flag, the coat of arms, the national anthem, the national pledge. You do not joke with these things. Yeah. And I was even thinking there should be a section in the Constitution where people who disregard, dishonor, or disrespect these national symbols would be made to face so and so sanctions. But apparently, it seems we do not have any of such provisions in the Constitution. So this, I believe, is needed. It also calls for more orientation on the part of the government towards the citizenry. Because, like you asked, how many people can really recite this anthem? You go to most public functions now, and then when we say everybody stand, let's recite the national anthem. So it's either if it's an event where people are expected to sing, it's only a handful of people, and it's mostly people who used to sing the national anthem at the time. That it was our national anthem before we had Arise, O Compatriots.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that would be singing. But people in the newer generation, let me put it like that, are usually silent. Or you have the DJ playing.
Yeah, that's a better option.
You have the DJ.
But
I think it is more uplifting. It is more fulfilling as the citizen of a nation that once a call is made for the national anthem to be recited, it should be a chorus. It should be a chorus. I remember how...
Like, oh, single. Really?
I remember how vibrantly and enthusiastically we sing it in school. It's a thing of joy to sing.
Okay, so let's now make let's pass a motion, right here on the show. So they should make the national anthem compulsory in offices, places of worship. So once you come to church in the morning or in the evening, after the opening prayer, before even the opening prayer, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to recite the national anthem, right? At least the first stanza, so that by the time you keep hearing it regularly in your church and all of that, you will know how to sing it in public function. Then you can also enforce it in your offices. So when you come to the office in the morning, the first thing as you're doing, your password is the national anthem. As you're entering, you sing the national anthem. Maybe that will help people to, get used to the national anthem. People who know how to sing the national anthem right now are kids because they are in school and they have to sing this national anthem while in school. But it's necessary.
And I think we have gone beyond that time where we're not asking, did the House consult the people? Was proper consultation made before they passed this bill into law to revert to the old national anthem?
No, it has not been passed yet. They're proposing. So another one was proposed.
No. I mean to use
the national anthem.
Yeah, we'll way past all of that now.
Of course, we're way past that. So. We're way past that. So another proposal was made at the House of Reps, which is a 25 years imprisonment and 10 million naira fine for separatist agitation. So which means that IPOB members and others they reportedly reach jail terms by this proposal if it gets to. Now this is the part where some persons might want to say, okay, why are they particular? I
think this is also arising from some of the actions of protesters during the bad governance protest, especially in some parts of the north, where people were, for reasons best known to them, were flying the flags of Russia. In fact, a tailor was arrested who was sewing and producing, the Russian flag. I mean, how can you be more or less promoting another entity in a federal republic,
So the bill says that, stipulates that anyone found guilty of destroying national symbols, refusing to recite the national anthem as well, and pledge defacing a place of worship with intent to incite violence or undermining the federal government shall face a fine, a 10-year prison sentence, or both. Meanwhile, it also states that anyone who sets up an illegal roadblock, performs unauthorized traffic duties, impose or an illegal curfew, or organize an unlawful procession will be subject to a fine of 2 million naira, 5 years in prison, or both upon conviction. However, the bill imposes a fine of 4 million naira or 2-year prison sentence for anyone convicted of insulting, defaming, embarrassing, or bringing into disrepute the leadership of a community, religion, lawful group, local government, state, or federal government. I think it's an all-rounder, and this is the part where some people might want to have their ideas about, oh, is this targeted at the IPOB and the likes. I think I saw someone reacting to that yesterday, saying something about has Boko Haram been prescribed as a terrorist group yet? Some people might want to say, I mean, we've all been in this country where we see stories of repentant Boko Haram members, but how many times have we seen stories of repentant IPOB members?
Maybe the IPOB members are unrepentant. They know they grieve for anybody.
So which begs us to start asking questions like, what exactly are we doing? Are we blind? Are we blind to one part and wide awake to the other side?
It appears this move by the House of Reps also seeks to address people who more or less target a particular group, a particular region. Just recently, we had a campaign that was launched by some individuals in Lagos that even drew the attention of Mr. President. So in situations like that, where you are saying, oh, these people must go, or those other people are not welcome, or things like that, I think this bill also seeks to ensure that sanctions are meted out to the perpetrators and originators of such hate campaigns, which, I mean, does not do us any good as a nation.
All right, so some of the stories right there that you might want to you might want to be definitely of interest to you, and you want to definitely follow up to know what the update. I think things like this always don't take time before it gets implemented and enacted. Just before you know it, say, oh, okay, what was proposed, was it not when yesterday? Maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and everything is done and dusted with, and we have that as a thing, and you just are asking yourself, but the things that we really want, that are going to benefit the Nigerian people. Yeah, I'm not saying that this wouldn't benefit the Nigerian people, but there are other things that we think will benefit the Nigerian people.
While we're addressing most of the more important issues, we cannot have people disrespecting our national symbols. So while government is busy doing all they can to ensure that those sacrosanct issues are addressed, we also need to get the issue of respect for our national symbols properly sorted out.
All right, we're gonna go on a very short break. When we come back, oh, and just to remind you, we still have tickets to give away on the show. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. It's Rapid Dawn, and if you look at the time, we have just about 3-4 minutes to be out of here. I'm sure Ugochukwu is so happy. What?
Well, happy to give out some tickets on the show today. So we have the MC Diamond Show coming up on Sunday, the 18th of August. And if you are in Abuja, we would love for you to be there. But first, you have to call us and answer a very simple question on the show today. But even if you're not in Abuja and you have a friend or you have a partner in Abuja, someone you would love to go for you. You can also call in and win a ticket for them. We had about 2-3 people who won tickets yesterday on the show. So you could be one of the lucky people today simply by calling the number on your screen. We have the MC Diamond August meeting coming up on Sunday.
18th of August. New Year Festival Day.
Is it not this Sunday?
Are you asking me? All I know is New Year Festival Day. Of course.
It is this Sunday.
This Sunday.
Aha.
And you're going to be there, right?
Hopefully. We have someone who wants to win a
No.
ticket.
Okay, so they're going to be laid down rules. They're going to be laid down rules for this. But let's take the call.
Hello.
Hello. Is it the rules that made the person run away?
All right, you can call us again. You can call us again. The numbers.
Did you run because of the rules?
The numbers are on your screen.
No, okay, no rules. No rules. Don't be afraid. Oh my God. But wait, are you afraid of rules, Ugo?
Why would I be? I love to abide by rules. So.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning to you. What's your name?
My name is Rokaya.
Okay, yeah. Okay, where are you calling from?
Abuja?
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. So would you be chanced? Would you be chanced to attend the show on Sunday?
Okay.
No, we need a yes from you. Would you be chanced to attend the show?
Yes, I would love to attend.
Okay, so we have a very simple question for you to answer. Tell us one of the comedians that would be performing on Sunday. One. Hello, Rakia, are you still there?
She doesn't know the answer. She's trying to Google. She's trying to check.
Yeah, I'm there. And it's Rokaya.
No jury is allowed.
Give us one person that's going to be performing at the show.
It's Clint the Drunk.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Who? You sound like you have a list already.
Your network is failing you.
No.
Okay, but I think we can give her that because Clint the Drunk is going to be there.
It's not true.
It's not?
Clint is. Look at the lineup and many more.
Okay.
Okay.
So you see now, Clint will be there, yes, but he's not on the. He's not.
I say yeah.
Clint being on the list.
But he's okay. Answer me this: is he a comedian?
Of course, he's a comedian.
Will he be performing?
Wow. Okay, is he on this? Is he on the flyer?
His name should be on the list.
Anyway, we'll give it to her.
Of
We'll
course.
give it to her.
Brilliant answer.
I'm
Brilliant
a nice
answer.
person.
Brilliant answer.
I'm a very nice person, so we'll give it to her.
Congratulations, Rukia. Thank you so much.
Rukaya.
Thank you.
Rukaya. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I think
Thank you.
we are done giving ticket for today.
Okay, so as
So how do
usual,
I get my ticket?
You come to the office, or you go to the Rapid page and send a message.
yeah,
that you're the
it's
one
better
who
if
wants
you
to-
send a
Okay.
message on our IG at Official Rapid TV on Instagram. Tell us your name. Of course, we'll have it on record, and then tell us you won a ticket, and we'll tell you how you get your ticket.
All right. Thank you very
Thank
much, guys.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too. All right. Should we give out? I think we should give out one more.
Nah, it's okay.
One more.
Wow,
One
really?
more before we go. One more
Okay.
before we go.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Calling from Kano.
You're calling from where?
Kano.
Hello?
So I'm calling from Kano State.
Kanu, what is your name?
It's right. Right.
Bright.
Yes.
Okay, do you have somebody in Abuja?
I have a friend in Abuja.
You have a friend, male or female?
A male friend.
Okay. What's your friend's name?
Ugochukwu Kubwa.
The person's name is Ugochukwu.
Yes.
Okay. Ugochukwu in Kubwa.
You're not sure of your friend's name?
I don't know. He's sounding unsure. Is his name Ugochukwu?
Not the Ugochukwu I'm talking to right now.
Do you know any somewhere from any Bright from Kano?
Kano. Do I know anybody in Kano?
Okay, this Ugo has denied you.
Hello, Bright. What is your other name?
Can you just repeat the question?
Okay.
This my. I know all my friends.
Okay, your
All right.
question. And that question, you have 30 seconds to answer it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You have 30 seconds to answer that question.
Please make it simple. Make it simple.
Is that an order? Is that an order or a request?
In what year did WAEC
Just
start?
Is it?
What year was WAEC established?
Is it part of the show question or is just
Yes, part of the show question. What year was WAEC established?
1983?
Wrong.
Okay, try again.
Oh,
Try again.
1986.
Wrong.
I'm sorry.
WAEC was established in 1952.
Okay.
Better luck next time. Bright, I'm really curious to know. You said you're my friend.
I think my own friend name is Ugochukwu, not your Ugochukwu.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now.
Okay,
You're
so
still my friend though.
so your friend Ugochukwu is in Abuja and he's available to get the ticket, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm nice this morning, we'll give it to him.
No, I know why you're giving it to him. It's because you like
Oh,
all
thank you,
Ugochukwus.
thank you.
So, I'm Ugochukwu, you like me. I mean, come on.
So let your friend go to the Instagram page and indicate via DM that he got a ticket by not winning the WAEC question. You should indicate that he did not win the WAEC question. So, but he got a ticket for it.
Okay, I'll let him know.
And then you pick up his ticket at the office. Or he can get the ticket on the day of the event. Just tell them Rapid TV.
All right.
A lot of options that you
All
can
right.
choose from.
Take care of yourself, Bright. Even though your name was you were not brightly mentioning your name. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. I think we are done giving out the tickets for this morning.
God bless all the Ugochukwus in the world. Amazing people.
Is it because your name is Ugochukwu?
I mean, have you ever met an Ugochukwu who is not an amazing person?
Okay, well, lucky for me. There's one Ugochukwu I used to know some time back. He wasn't a bad idea. Not you, I'm not talking about you anyway.
Oh my God.
So I think that's the much we can take on the show this morning. We gave out 2 tickets today. No more calls. We're not giving any more tickets. No more tickets. No more tickets.
For
Till
today.
tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to give out another extra ticket. And on Friday, we'll be having MC Diamond in the studio. So he's going to make us laugh, give us an insight to what we're going to experience on Sunday. And we'll also give out the remaining tickets on that Friday show. So tomorrow, another ticket will go. And on Friday, all of the tickets will definitely be leaving us on Friday. And on Sunday, I will love to see you at the event. You do not have to miss it. So this is where we wrap up and say thank you so much, my love, for staying with us from 7 till this time. I have had a great time. I'm sure that you've had a great time. If you didn't get anything from me this morning, at least you got information about left-handedness, which is a good one.
Yeah.
Follow us on our social media platform on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube, and follow all of our programs and on our website where you can watch us clearly, crispy on
www.arubianradiotv.com. Ugochukwu Mandumere is my name. Adios.